So guys, I'm fresh out of the cinema from seeing Blue Beetle with my friend Jabril, as you know, you probably know, because he was on the video reviewing Blue Beetle before, and oh my god, Cha. Now, this isn't the real video yet, this is just the messing about waiting part of the video. I would have that on, but when I have that on, my phone isn't on charge, and I need my phone on charge, because quite frankly, it's about to die. But I thought, why not do a video? Because I really want to review all the DCEU projects. All the DCEU projects from worst to best. And I thought, what a best time to do it when I'm fresh out of the cinema from seeing Blue Beetle. Now, this is a disclaimer. Blue Beetle, I don't know if it's part of the DCEU, like the Justice League universe. You know, all that kind of universe. That universe. I don't know if it's part of that or the new James Gunn universe. I think James Gunn did Blue Beetle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether James Gunn did Blue Beetle or just DC Studios. I'm not sure about that. Like if it was just like a DC outside the cinematic universe movie. Nah, I think it was part of the Justice, you know, like the Zack Snyder universe, because I mean, they mentioned Superman and Batman in it like 10 times, and Mario Lopez saying Batman's a fascist. That's quite funny. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to review all the DCEU projects from worst to best. How many projects have they done? I need to quickly count them. Right, 15 projects. 40. Yeah, 15. 15 projects were excluding that. I don't know if that counts. Yeah, 15 projects. Kicking it off with number 15, we have the worst DCEU movie of all time, which is Wonder Woman 1984. Now, to sum this movie up, a crappy crap slop that doesn't even need to exist, really. Now, if you know me, you know I freaking love Wonder Woman. Like, Wonder Woman's up there, I'm not gonna lie. This suit is fantastic on Diana in general, and the character in Wonder Woman in general is just fascinating to me. Like, she's one of my favourite superheroes in general. I think she's my mum's favourite superhero. Lubricant, and gone. Right. So yeah, to sum this film off, it's a crap slop that shouldn't even be made. Or if they did actually make a sequel to Wonder Woman, then just make it way better than this. Because it was like watching The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but with Wonder Woman. Basically, I mean, Kristen Wiig played Electro. Don't get me started on Pedro Pascal in this film. He was so annoying in this film. Life is good, but it could be better. Shut up. Shut up, man. Shut up. It was, to sum it up, it was a crap film. Yeah, that's number 15. Yeah. Now, number 14, some people are gonna agree with me, and some people might actually disagree with me. Suicide Squad from 2016. To sum this movie up, again, crap slop. I think the only thing that saves this film is Margot Robbie. I mean, to be honest with you, I had it on the other day just to rewatch it, to like it. And I had to turn it off, quite frankly. I did have to turn it off, and you know what? I actually watched the better version of it. The upgraded James Gunn version, which I am actually pretty proud of. Yeah, this Suicide Squad. I can't really elaborate more on this film. It's just, in general, a bad film. There's no, you can't, I mean, the film that actually makes it worse, you might be expecting me to say Jared Leto as Joker, but guess what, I'm not. I'm going to say Carla Delevingne, or whatever she's called, as the weird hit moving witch. She's just a bad actress anyway. No offence, but I can say what I want about films I don't like. And that was number 14. Now, number 13, some people might have mixed reviews on this. So most people don't, believe me. We have Justice League from 2017. Now, fun fact, I actually like this film. But I think we can all agree, the villain design, Steppenwolf, was weak ass, man. Weak. The story it was good, but it was all over the place. We didn't get a lot of Aquaman, Flash, Cyborg. We got enough of Batman, Wonder Woman and Superman. In my opinion, I think Superman was a little nerfed in this film. I mean, he was dead for half of the film. Yeah, I think we should have got more of Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, and that's it really. I mean, I don't like Ezra Miller's Flash at all. Ezra Miller is just the worst Flash. Grant Gustin puts Ezra Miller to shame immediately. But I actually quite like this film. I don't like this film, but some scenes in it make me go, wow, that was pretty well done. Like when Aquaman came in to save the day because some water was involved. And Wonder Woman throughout this film for me actually kind of saved it. Like I said, I love Wonder Woman. I don't care. Aquaman's suit is freaking awesome. Say what you want about Ezra Miller's Flash's suit, but I quite like it. I mean, it's better than Season 5 Grant Gustin Flash suit. Don't even get me started on that. And you know what? I really like Ben Affleck's Batman. I mean, when I watched this in December last year, I did not like Ben Affleck in general, but you know what? He's actually made it up there into one of my favourite actors. I don't know, I guess he's grown on me. This film, though, sums up Henry Cavill as being well nerfed. Like, if you think about it, Henry Cavill doesn't really say a lot in the DCEU. He's more a man of action instead of words, like Man of Steel. Batman v Superman. Just that you get the gist anyway. Yeah, I don't like this film, but there's some parts in this film that I really like, if you get what that means. 15, 14, 13. This is hard. I bet you wouldn't... Oh, this this is hard, because 15, 14, 13... I don't know where to put the Flash movie. I'm going to go 12 with Batman vs Superman now. To be honest with you, I actually prefer... I actually got rid of the Unlimited Edition because the Ultimate Edition was the same movie. I could not spot anything that was different about the Ultimate version compared to the original version. Yeah, what can I say about this film? It was like a Justice League commercial. Not to mention Aquaman was in it, and Wonder Woman was a really big part of this film, and the Flash appeared for like 5 seconds saying, "It's Lois! Lois Lane!" And yeah. Yeah, and Aquaman, like I said, he was just there in the water on a computer, and it's literally like somebody down at DC, literally said, what's the one thing people would love to see in a superhero movie? Sky beams, action, comic accuracy? Wrong. We want to see superheroes email. I got that from Ryan George, if you couldn't tell. I haven't got the DVD for this, but I think number 11 is the Flash movie. Just pretend I have the DVD for this. The Flash movie was all around good, but it wasn't anything groundbreaking. I mean, the trailers were fine, I guess. The trailers were okay. I went to the cinema to see that movie, and you see, the thing that actually made me go off it in time was the useless waste of cameos done by crap CGI. That's what made me actually grow to not like this film at all, really. It's in the region of the first Justice League movie and Wonder Woman 1984. I think the Flash movie, that puts the Flash movie to shame. Heck, even season 6 of the Flash puts the Flash movie to shame. Yeah, the Flash movie is just, I mean, it's okay, but like, why didn't it have a Flash villain? It could have had Reverse Flash. It kind of had Dark Flash, like Zoom or Savitar, but he was nerfed, and I couldn't tell if it was actually Ezra Miller playing Dark Flash. I mean, I don't know. I think we need to move on from that movie, because it actually gradually makes me more angry. Sasha Cowell, or whatever she's called, was a great Supergirl, but I personally prefer Melissa Benoist. You know, that's just me. Yeah. Number 10, we have Aquaman from 2018, which, if you didn't know, I actually quite like. I might watch this after. It's a good film. Like I said, it's very slow at the beginning. Like, it takes a lot of build-up. You get all through that build-up, like, I mean, the opening scene's pretty freaking cool with Jason Momoa. No, with his mum and his dad in the lighthouse, and then there's, like, this alien skybeam battle. Yeah, Patrick Wilson was in this as the villain, King Norm, is that? In my opinion, I think it was a pretty cool villain. This was the first film that I saw Patrick Wilson in that weren't a horror. Like, Patrick Wilson was in Insidious, The Conjuring. I think he's a great actor, but yeah, this isn't a horror. Yeah, what can I say? It's kind of it's kind of just a meh film. Fun fact, I've never actually seen the ending to this film. I've only ever seen like midway through, and then I've turned it off because I was bored. Yeah. I can say that it is boring. This poster, fantastic. Does it justice? I want that on my wall. You know what? I'm going to watch this after. I'm going to give my review on it and I'm going to watch it because it looks great. I love Jason Momoa in general. It's great. Let's see what number 9 is. Number 9. Black Adam. As I've gradually watched this, it made me think, what am I doing with my life? Adriana, whatever she's called, Naman, whatever he's called, Aman, freaking annoying people. The only really good thing about this film is Pierce Brosnan. He is so annoying, but he kind of looks like Blue Beetle in a way. Wait, is that Solo Marinara or whatever it's called? I don't know, but that looks like Blue Beetle. This film is just generally annoying. There's loads of characters that piss me off in this film. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan is great as Dr. Fate, and you know what? The thing that actually makes me dislike this film more is them killing him off in one single film. They could have done a whole film about him before the... Well, you know what? They could have done a film about him in the new universe, but cast Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, because, you know, at the moment I prefer Doctor Strange, but I think if I would have seen more of Dr. Fate in the DC universe, I think I would have preferred Dr. Fate more, to be honest. Yeah, that's 9. Not a bad score, really. I was actually going to put it at 12 or something, or 11, but pretty sad I put that at 9. Yeah, number 8, you're going to fall out with me for this one. A lot of people love this show. What can I say? It's just not for me. I haven't finished it off all yet, I'll be completely honest. I've midway through the season of season 1. I've seen 4 episodes of it, and it's a sequel to the 2021 Suicide Squad movie. Peacemaker. I mean, it sits happily at number 8 for me. I don't know, it's not my cup of tea. I was expecting some... It's just weird. There's no really good review I can give this, but again, there's no really bad review I can give this. It's kind of just the... And I thought I'll include it because, heck, they mentioned Shazam in it somewhere. I'm sure they do. Yeah, that's 8. What's number 7? I think number 7 will have to go to Blue Beetle, Man of Steel. Number 7 will have to go to Man of Steel. It was a fantastic cinematic masterpiece of cinematography. The story was okay, but I personally prefer Superman's story in Smallville. Yeah, I think they were trying to do a bit of that in this film at one point with having Lana Lang in there and the Smallville part, but yeah, I just prefer Smallville. I think Smallville is a perfect Superman mythology thing. Man of Steel is pretty good, I won't lie. It's got some fantastic action scenes in that, like at the end where there's a humongous sky beam. I mean, there's always sky beams in comic book movies. You can't expect anything less. I'm sure there's a sky beam in that. But yeah, Man of Steel was pretty good. It was entertaining. It might have been on for an overly long time. The intro was pretty good. That's all you can really say about it. I'd give it a 6.9 out of 10. It was a great film. Yeah. I prefer Man of Steel, though, to Batman vs Superman. Is that number 7? Yeah, that's number 7. Number 6, I'll have to go with The Suicide Squad. Now, the first ever time I watched this film was in February. I did not like this film whatsoever. I just called it straight up overrated garbage that shouldn't have existed. Because, you know why? One thing. Peter Capaldi. I don't like Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. I think they should have just got what's he called? Nicholas Sandilands, who played the Thinker in season 4 of The Flash. Yeah, if they were going to bring the Thinker into this, and I think it was the Clifford DeVoe Thinker, then why not just have the Flash in it? You know, I just like the Flash, mate. If you know me, you know I like the Flash. Yeah, though, I actually really like this film now. It's fantastic. Peacemaker is always a lovable character. Harley Quinn gets like 10 minutes of screen time in this film, and somehow she still made it as basically the main character in this film. Idris Elba as Bloodsport. Personally, I prefer Bloodsport over Deadshot as a character. Knowing that he nearly killed Superman is freaking badass with a single gun. Noawe, King Shark, I'm just going to call him King Shark. You know, there was like 60 Flash villains in this movie. King Shark and the Thinker. Yeah, what can I say? I like this film. The team was great, and I loved the opening where everyone just died gruesome. Oh, deaths that actually made me nearly be sick. I'm not kidding you, no movie has ever made me sick with its gruesomeness, but that has. Number 5. This is where it gets hard. Number 5 is going to have to be Zack Snyder's Justice League. But I doubt that's a bad place to put it in, because, I mean, thinking about it, I put the original Justice League in, like, 13 or 14. No, because Wonder Woman 84, oh, that was a horrendous film, was in 15. But I think I put it in 13, I'm not sure. Yeah. Wait, this film? Christopher Nolan? No wonder it's on for 4 hours. Yeah, the only flex I have with this film is that it's on for 4 hours. I'd watch it after this video. I'd put it on, but no, because it's on for 4 hours. Be going off as soon as I wake up tomorrow morning at like 9 o'clock. I don't wake up at that time. Yeah, I like Zack Snyder's Justice League. The thing that made me love this film, though, I'm not kidding you, Cyborg. Cyborg's a freaking beast, and he got way more screen time in this. And they dived deep into Cyborg's power into this and how powerful he actually is. I mean, he can do stuff like create nuclear warheads with just a thought. He's great. He's great. That film's great. Number 4 is Wonder Woman from 2017. And this was... what can I say? This is just a fantastic film. It puts Wonder Woman 84 to shame. Shame. Yeah. Wait. Hang on. 4. I'll have to extend it. 16 now. Sorry. Yes, all 16 DCEU films. This is number 5. This is a fantastic film. I love it. It's great. Wonder Woman's origin story in general is just fantastic in this movie. And it made me excited for the second one, not gonna lie. But when I found out what the second one was, I was just petrified. And then they announced that they were going to make a third one. And not going to lie, I was kind of excited. I was kind of digging it. But then I remembered how bad Wonder Woman 84 was. Ugh! It was inseparable. I can't. It was horrendous. I can't. It was just so bad. It's good if you want a relaxing film and a lazy, written superhero movie. This, on the other hand, is fantastic. Love it. The villain, generic. As always, though. You can't expect anything more. I love it. Number 4, we have Shazam from 2019. What can I say? It was just like watching Big from 1988. Only if Tom Hanks got superpowered wizard powers. Yeah, I can't really say anything else about this film, but I freaking love it. It's just fantastic. Like, the origin story of Shazam and Billy Batson and him being an orphan and not really having any family to grow up in. But then at the end of this film, it's like a family movie really at heart. I mean, like, he's trying to protect his family from an evil generic villain again. But what can I say? Mark Strong was actually a pretty good villain in this film, not gonna lie. Way better than the Daughters of Atlas. I thought they were not interrogating whatsoever. Yeah, Shazam 1 was fantastic, and you know, Shazam, you know what? I'm going to include this in. We're going to stop talking about this one because I give that one an instant 10 out of 10. Number 3 is Shazam Number 3 is Shazam Fury of the Gods. Now, originally, this was like my all-time favourite DC movie. What can I say? I had dragons, wizards, freaking cyclopses and goblins. Even, heck, demons. It puts the first one to shame with its monsters, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, you got cool monster designs, but this had cyclops. This had unicorns. This had dragons. It was honestly like watching Percy Jackson fan service. And you know what? I couldn't love it more. The beginning, the ending, the middle, fantastic movie. Don't care what you think on it, obviously. I mean, I do. I don't care what you think on my opinion of it. I mean, not a lot of people like this film, and I don't know why. I think it's a great superhero movie. That's number 3. Yeah. Number 2 is Birds of Prey. What can you expect? A superhero movie led with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I mean, I was going to put it in number 1, but I'll save number 1. I'm not talking about that one yet. I'm going to get deep into number 1. But yeah, Birds of Prey is just a fantastic film. You might think it's a very sloppy superhero movie, and you know what, dude? You have your opinions. That's great, but my opinion is it's a fantastic movie. And it's just so entertaining, and so I might actually watch this. Screw Aquaman, I'm watching this. Yeah. What can I say? I've like rewatched Birds of Prey so many times. I never get sick of it, and it's just a fantastic, funny, super villain-esque movie. Yeah, it was great. But it does anger me that we got a Birds of Prey movie, but not a Ben Affleck Batman movie. That's quite sad because apparently it was going to be confirmed in 2018. Ben Affleck was supposed to be writing his own Batman movie with Deathstroke and Scarecrow as the villain. I'm sure it said that. I would sign me up. That would have been number 1. I don't care how long that is. That would have been number 1. Number 1. Yeah, number 1. We're talking about number 1 now. Intermission. So, let's talk business. There was no point of pouring water into that because there was only a drop in. Drum roll, please. Number 1 is, no surprise, Blue Beetle. Let's be honest, I'm wearing a blue jumper. It was... I need to get my facts right before I talk about this film because I went to the cinema with my friend Jabril. By the way, shout out to Jabril if you're watching this. It was a game-changing superhero film in my opinion. I mean, yeah, some people say that it's nothing groundbreaking, and on the Rotten Tomatoes score at the moment, it's the same level as it's between Aquaman and Birds of Prey. I don't care about the Rotten Tomatoes because they give fake reviews anyway. I'm not going to listen to them in future. I'm not. I think Rotten Tomatoes gets everything wrong, really. Yeah. Jabril said it puts The Dark Knight to shame. I thought that was hilarious. Now, I know a lot of people will not agree with that. Hang on, yawn break. I know a lot of people will not agree with that because people are saying, oh, The Dark Knight's the best thing since Christopher Nolan. The Dark Knight's the best thing since sliced bread with butter. Yeah, it's a good film, but what can I say? It was very overrated. I would rewatch it though. The Dark Knight was a good film. But Blue Beetle, let's just talk about the family dynamic in that for a second, because at heart this is a family film, and that's what made me love this movie. And I'm not Mexican, but Jaime Reyes, why did I just say it like that? Jaime Reyes has a great family, and they're so slapstick and goofy and funny. And Mario Lopez, is that what he called? Mario Lopez, as Rudy. He was great. He was a fantastic character. and that teasing at the end with Ted Cord still being alive. I hope we still get a Ted Cord Blue Beetle movie. I would love that, like a prequel to Blue Beetle. Or scrap that and just do a Blue Beetle 2 movie. Yeah, and you know what? I thought the villain was pretty good. Climax, Kalovac, whatever the bald-headed dude's called in the robotic armour. I thought it was pretty cool. You can say whatever you want, but when a bald-headed dude is wearing robotic armour, I'm sold. I don't care what his writing was like. I freaking love robots. And the Blue Beetle suit was so cinematic. It honestly squeezed tears out of me at one point. Like where he did that sword thing where he put one sword and another sword together. And then he scraped it on the floor and went Cobra Kai style. It was so good. It was so cool. Me and my friend literally went, yeah, in the cinema when he did that. We didn't listen to the person who told us off before because, you know, it was in 4DX. She was just sat there like a wooden stick, not making any expression. By the way, the woman who told me off, if you're watching, it's a 4DX screening, love. We're going to be shouting. Still angry. Yeah, so if you couldn't guess, Blue Beetle is number 1 in my ranking. I don't care what all you say. I don't care about your opinions. I freaking love Blue Beetle. End of video. If you want to watch more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel and put a like on. If you can comment, that'd be great. But if you can't, don't worry. I'm going to look into that because it says on kids' videos you can't comment. I hope you liked my ranking. I know a lot of people are going to be so pissed at that ranking. But guess what? I need to tell you something. I don't care. I don't care. Why aren't you ending?